You won't believe which common household item is extremely explosive. Plus, learn the disturbing nursery rhymes sung by little girls during the Spanish flu pandemic, and how many good dogs have been named primary beneficiary of their owners' wills. And please, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Number 1. Ewan McGregor famously played Obi-Wan Kenobi on Star Wars. His brother, Colin McGregor, is a British Royal Air Force pilot, and goes by the call sign Obi-2. Number 2. 75% of the world's food comes from just 12 plants and 5 animal species, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization, a division of the United Nations. Number 3. Nishiyama Onsen Keiunkan in Japan is the world's oldest hotel. It originally opened in 705 AD and has since been owned and operated by the same family for 52 generations. Number 4. Americans spend about $500 million per year on Halloween costumes for their dogs. Number 5. Birds don't urinate. Uric acid, which is their equivalent of urine, comes out along with their poop, which is what makes it a white color. Their actual poop is the brown or green trace that you see within the white paste. Approximately 931 million tons of food went to waste in 2019, according to the United Nations. That's about 17% of total food available, with 74 kilograms wasted per person at the household level alone. Number 7. Svalbard in Norway has sunless winters and nightless summers. The sun doesn't rise in winter for more than 3 months and doesn't set in summer. The environment is so extreme that it is literally against the law to not be self-sufficient, with those who cannot do so being deported. Number 8. Pineapple is a natural meat tenderizer because it contains high levels of the enzyme bromelain, which breaks down protein chains. Number 9. In Japan, inmates awaiting capital punishment are typically notified of their impending sentence with very little time, often an hour or less, before its implementation. Frequently, their families are only informed of the outcome following the event. Number 10. A 9-year-old girl was abducted and went missing for 6 years in the United States. She was rescued after being recognized at a shopping center by a man who had seen her case profiled on Netflix's Unsolved Mysteries series. Number 11. During the Spanish flu epidemic in 1918, little girls jumped rope to the rhyme, "I had a little bird, its name was Enza. I opened the window, and influenza." Number 12. The Dunning-Kruger effect is the phenomenon that people drastically overestimate their knowledge in a topic compared to more experienced people. A person often needs to climb to the peak of Mount Stupid and then fall into the Valley of Despair before they can ascend the slope of enlightenment. Number 13. The first speeding ticket in the world was issued to a man driving 8 miles per hour. He was going 4 times the speed limit at the time. Number 14. 20 degrees Celsius is not twice as hot as 10 degrees Celsius. Temperature, a measure of molecular kinetic energy, is best measured using the Kelvin scale, with 10 degrees Celsius converting to 283.15 kelvins, and 20 degrees Celsius converting to 293.15 kelvins. 20 degrees Celsius is only 3.5% hotter. To be twice as hot as 10 degrees Celsius, the temperature would need to be 293 degrees Celsius. Number 15. 4 children were found alive more than 2 weeks after the plane they were traveling in crashed deep in the Colombian jungle. 3 adults died in the crash, while the youngest survivor was just 11 months old. Number 16. Dogs have 2 types of sweat glands, but they're inefficient at regulating body heat. Merocrine glands are found only in their paws, and apocrine glands secrete pheromones, not aiding in heat regulation. Instead of sweating, dogs pant with their tongues out, which is less effective than sweating in humans, putting them at a higher risk of heat stroke. Number 17. A 21-year-old was admitted to intensive care in 2021 for heart failure after drinking 2 liters of energy drink per day for 2 years. Number 18. If you're ever looking for inspiration, look no further than this Christine Kane quote. "Sometimes when you are in a dark place, you think you have been buried, but actually you have been planted." Number 19. Newborns don't cry, not technically at least. Their tear ducts don't develop until 3 to 4 weeks, so what may seem like crying is really just screaming. Number 20. Melbourne, Australia is closer to Antarctica than it is to Darwin in Australia's Northern Territory. Number 21. Brinicles are underwater structures that form in extremely cold environments, such as the Antarctic Ocean. They are often referred to as icicles of death due to their freezing effect on marine life. Brinicles develop when supercooled brine sinks, forming a tube of ice around it as they extend downward, freezing anything in their path, including sea life. Remember to hit that thumbs up button and let us know which fact has surprised you most so far in the comment section. Number 22. To enhance your physical pleasure during those intimate times, consider keeping your socks on. This simple action can promote better blood circulation to the important parts and aid in relaxation. Number 23. Some forms of bacteria live for just 1 hour and need a trillionth of a watt of power to stay alive. Number 24. Hawaiian pizza originated in Canada. It was created by a Greek immigrant who was inspired by Chinese food to put sweet flavors on an Italian dish. Number 25. The monitor lizard has 2 tongues. It can eat king brown snakes and kangaroos. Number 26. The 3 most commonly used words in English are the, of, and. We had to use 2 of those words just to complete that sentence. Number 27. Mayonnaise is believed to have been named after the victory by the Duke of Richelieu at Mahon in Minorca in 1756. Others believe it got its name from moïa, which is an old French word for the yolk of an egg. Number 28. A scientist who studies fart is called a flatologist. Number 29. The youngest Summer Olympic gold medalist was just 13 years and 268 days old at the time. The American won gold for springboard diving at the 1936 Berlin Olympic Games. Number 30. The longest word in the English language is pneumo-ultramicroscopic silico-volcanonomiosis. It refers to a chronic lung disease caused by the inhalation of fine silicate or quartz dust, according to the Cambridge Dictionary. Number 31. The moon only ever appears on the horizon in Antarctica and never directly overhead. Number 32. A shot put is put, not thrown. Number 33. A woman's hair and nails grow faster during pregnancy. Unfortunately, that can also mean growing hair in unwanted places. Number 34. Mount Everest was named after Sir George Everest, a former Surveyor General of India in 1856. Number 34. Australian scientists have begun vaccinating wild koalas against chlamydia, a sexually transmitted disease that causes blindness, infertility, and death among the population. Number 36. 86.3% of the global population, or 6.92 billion people, will have access to a smartphone in 2023, according to Statista. That's more than the number of people who will have access to a toilet. Number 37. Toys for adult pleasure are generally not regulated because they aren't considered to be a medical device. Number 38. TED, as in TED Talks, stands for Technology, Entertainment, Design. Number 39. 12 men have walked on the moon, including 2 each from 6 different missions. Number 40. The UK's city of Liverpool became the world's first city to introduce fast walking lanes in 2015 to appease walkers frustrated with slow shoppers or tourists. The experiment was abandoned within a few months, but certainly resonated well for brisk walkers. Number 41. A 2008 report from the Bank of Korea found there were 5,586 companies older than 200 years old. 56% of those were Japanese. Number 42. Ian Fleming created his James Bond character as a result of anxiety. He was due to become married and wrote Casino Royale to help take his mind off it. Number 42. The coronation chair, in which King Charles was coronated on 6 May 2023, has been in use since 1308 and has been used in the actual crowning since that of King Henry IV in 1399. Number 44. The collective noun for rhinos is a crash of rhinoceroses. Number 45. Pollyannish is a word to describe someone who is unwaveringly optimistic and cheerful, no matter the circumstances. Number 46. 1 million dogs had been named as a primary beneficiary of their owner's will, according to Time in 2012. That number has likely increased in the years since. Number 47. The biggest snowflake ever recorded measured 15 inches in diameter and 8 inches thick, according to the Guinness World Records. It fell at Fort Keogh, Montana in 1887. Number 48. Speaking of snow, the last time Las Vegas received significant snowfall was 17 December 2008, where 3.6 inches of snow was recorded. Number 49. When it's airbound as a dust, flour is extremely explosive. Number 50. In France, it is legal to marry a deceased person if you can prove it was their intention to marry you while they were alive. It must also be approved by civil servants in the family of the deceased. We hope to make these videos as accurate as possible. If you pick up on any mistakes, please let us know in the comments. Either way, we'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. Peace.